Hey guys, Trigger John coming at you another Watcher of Realms video. It has been a minute. As you can see, I am no longer using my green screen. I do have my background up. I think I made a video about a while back that I was going to try to get this done. And it so happens that I get to make kind of like a twofer video. So not only do I get to show off my kind of new background that I just finished, but also I wanted to make a video where I just hit my 1 year mark on Watchers of Realms. And I am somebody who comes from the background of, I've played Watchers, I've played Raid Shadow Legends, Awakened Chaos Era was probably one of my favorites. I've played Infinite Magic Raid. I've played a lot of them, Summoner's Glory, a lot of gacha games, right? And I usually play these for about a year, 2 years tops, trying to make some content on them and then, move along. That's what a lot of people do. But this video, I wanted to kind of talk to you more about this game because I'm not to the point where I'm like, okay, time to go play something else. Actually, if anything, I've gotten more invested and started to enjoy it a lot more. So I kind of wanted to make this video just to kind of show off a couple like the little minor tweaks here and there that have really kept me more interested in the game, and also talk about how I think the game's going to progress moving forward with all the quality of life changes that I've seen so far. Now, there are a lot of things to consider when you talk about a gacha game, like what makes it tick, what makes it successful, how long is the shelf life of a gacha game. Statistically, 2 years. After 2 years, gacha game usually starts to, I shouldn't say belly up, but it no longer gets that great ROI numbers and investment numbers that they're looking for. And that's typically when you start seeing some rushed development, some rushed content, and some more greed. One thing I can definitely say about Watchers of Realms, I'm at level 94. I just hit this as well just the other day, which is kind of cool. But I've actually enjoyed it. So I hit this 365-day progress on the 12th. So what, like 5 days ago? And honestly, it's been a fun journey. This game has definitely progressed a lot more. The only one complaint that I still have is, why am I still looking at this stupid like screen? Like, to me, this little camp screen, this home, like, I think that's just dumb personally. They could do a lot better job with the graphics they're doing and everything else they have going in this game. So I'm really surprised that they still have this. However, the quality of life that's been put into the game is really like kind of astronomical. I mean, example, like if I want to go ahead and let's say I want to go run this faction trial, right? Go ahead and do my auto. I'll just run it in the background. I don't really care, minimize it, but I can still go do stuff. Like, I'm not just limited to, okay, well, now what do I want to do, right? Like, I can go do everything I want to do normally, check my events, get rewards, do summons, just a lot of nice little quality of life changes. Also, I noticed that some of these events will allow me to continue on to like other events. So like, for example, if I wanted to go ahead and fire up my my guild boss while I was running my other faction trial, I can do this. So I can start firing a bunch of things all at once, no questions asked. And that to me is a major quality of life thing, because what's the worst thing about a video game or a gacha game once you've kind of established and done the basics campaign? It's the daily grind, right? It's like, what's the trade-off? What's the dopamine trade-off? If I play for 8 hours a day, do I get a great return? Or like, are you looking for like an hour and a half of fun, right? And then out. That's where like this comes in handy, where I can do multi battles of doing faction trial. I can be running my guild boss, be running Titanic Ruins. Like, I can start to stack things, and this is a great quality of life change that's happened over the course of the year. And the best part is it only took them less than a year to get to this point. So that tells me the roadmap is good when they've already taken into consideration that, okay, yes, people don't want to spend all their time actively in a game like this. So personally, I take that as a huge win, and I'm all for it. Also, the little mini games have been pretty good as far as the rewards are concerned and everything else. Like getting these little shards, they may not seem like a whole lot, but over time they definitely build up, and you see some good returns. I mean, when you look at your storage, these get pretty full pretty quick, which is very handy because it's just free resources. Now, this has not been I wouldn't say this has been the most free to play game out there, but I haven't had to spend a whole lot to accomplish everything that I would like to do. I have fully beaten all of faction trials. I just finished this the other day. made it all the way down here. I've got the 276. It was actually the Northerners that was the hardest for me because I would always win, but they had a stipulation to where, like, if anyone died, you would fail, and that's what I kept happening. Is I would always win, but I'd have like a guy die, and it was a big thing. It was a pain in the ass. Now I got it done. Everything's good to go, and we're happy. Now, the roster has definitely filled out as well over the last year, and I gotta say I've been very, very excited with all the champions I've gotten. There are a lot more champions that I still need to really build and utilize more that I'm not, which makes me feel good because I do play this game every day now. It has been basically become my main gacha game, and yeah, I still have a lot of champions to play with and explore. Like Thalen, I got him the other day, and I still really haven't even used him in any compositions or had time to test him, which is great because now I get to have that chance. We got the Helga, we got the Glacius. Like, we've gotten a lot of these champions, and I do know some of them are kind of lemons, some of them aren't, right? But yeah, just having all these guys and getting them all built has been a lot of fun, and it's been a good progress in the game for me myself. And yeah, it's just been enjoyable. I can definitely tell from the way, kind of like the way they're doing the progress updates in this game, that they're trying to, I think, walk a thin line of what's most profitable, but what's also going to keep longevity. So, for example, my dailies take me about 45 minutes, and I wouldn't say I'm a pro gamer. I'm by no means a pro. I'm not someone who's doing these guides on like, okay, how do you beat all these, right? Like, yeah, I might do a couple of them every now and then if I get like a really good composition, but I'm not going to go find it, right? This is going to be something where I've seen someone said something in passing or in Discord. I'm like, hey, you know what? Yeah, that might be worth a shot, and go ahead and do it. But with that being said, I can still play the game and get all my dailies done in like 45 minutes to an hour. So for me, it's perfect because I like to come in here, chill. I've got 4 monitors, so I've got 3 in the bottom and then 1 on the top. And like, I just throw a show on and I watch it and I kind of play, right? I think this game has definitely taken a stance where it's fun enough that you can do that, where you can have this as your primary game. You can have fun with it. You can do your dailies while watching some TV, while you're trying to relax, that kind of stuff. But it's also got enough content to where I feel like they've evolved it and made it more of a struggle. Like Titanic Ruins, Apocalypse 1, I can get the reward 5 chest. You get me on Apocalypse 2, I'm not even close to reward 2. So it's like, you know, I still have to figure out that content myself and get better at it. As a content creator, which is funny because I have a little bit slightly more resources because I got more people that I can just directly contact versus some of you guys have to like contact a streamer, yada yada yada. Luckily I can skip that step, right? We're all in one place. It's really nice. But yeah, like there's enough to actually keep me engaged. So like this weekend, I'll probably set aside 2 or 3 hours where I'm going to try out a different team for my Apocalypse 2 to try to get this reward 2, reward 3. I finally got to the point now too where I 1 key Nightmare 4. Now this took me 9 or 10 months to get to this point, but it's like a huge milestone. But I still feel like it was a fun journey to get there. I don't feel like it was a waste of my time. The rewards were definitely worth it. And yeah, this is all accomplished within about a year of playing the game, so I feel pretty good about it. And also, just with all the changes that have happened to the game, I do feel like it's kind of evolved over time and gotten honestly better than it was at the beginning. And I realize all games should be like that, right? No game should be like, okay, it's perfect day one, this is exactly what I want, nothing else, and then it changed and you're like, oh god, what happened? I feel like every game should, as it's progressing, feel like it's getting better. I do know good friends are Chosen and the Hell Hades team. They're doing Fateless. Then they're going to be doing their new game, right? Something Blood, I think, right? Blade Forge, maybe. I don't remember. It's something along those lines. I definitely will be checking it out later on down the road. I'm not really interested in it at the moment, mainly because I can't play into the betas or alpha. So why do I care? But yeah, it's just one of the situations where, like, looking at what Watchers has done, seeing that Fateless is coming out with their game, I think Watchers has done a good job of keeping our attention for a year. So I'm really hopeful that Fateless takes a lot of that and puts it into their game system as well. But yeah, overall, in general, I feel like the game's been pretty good. There are some problems. Like, don't get me wrong, there's always problems. There's always situations like, for one, Void Rift still sucks. Absolutely hate it. I can do Nightmare. I know for a fact my account can do Nightmare. Do I want to do Nightmare? No, I don't want to take the time for it. I don't care. I'm gonna stick with hard. So, but this is all optional content. It's not like anything you have to do. You still get plenty good rewards in hard, and it's not honestly that hard to clear hard. So, um, to me, that's another huge plus, because I can still get the rewards that I need from those types of events, but I don't have to try as hard to really get the good ones. Now, there is one thing that I gotta kind of show that I guess should probably get done, is I haven't really done any of this campaign stuff, guys. I am horrible about it. You can see all the available stuff here. Like, I got so many extra resources embedded in here that I could go get. Honestly, I'm lazy about it. That's the only downside of this game, in my opinion, is the simple fact that I can't just click here and say auto fight and pick a strat and go. I know I could do that on my other gacha games where I just set a team and I don't really have to worry about the placement. But that's where this game kind of has a different vibe to it, where it is a tower defense game. So it is all about positional placement and statistical using the right champions for it. So I get it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't done really any of the campaign, and I could get a lot of resources out of that, I'm sure. And I've still yet accomplished quite a bit on this account. So I gotta feel like, you know what, maybe this is fun. Maybe there's something here that not everyone else saw, and but for those of you who are still playing the game, I would love to hear your feedback if you're still enjoying it after 1 year. I know I am, so hopefully you guys are as well. And I'll probably start making a little bit more content here and there on the channel. I don't want to go too crazy. The whole point of me redoing this background and getting all this done is every night I come in here and I kind of hang out and I chill for a couple hours to kind of decompress, get ready for bed. And so I don't want to do videos all the time anymore. It's making me feel like a job, but every now and then I'll try to make a video, try to, get something out here and there. And yeah, so leave a comment down below if there's anything in particular you would like to see, or what you want to have a discussion about and talk about, because I do enjoy that type of content as well. But yeah, in general, I think the game's been great. It's been an amazing year playing the game, and I hope everyone else has the same feeling. If you don't, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, that'll do it. Have a good one, guys. Peace.